EA Sports.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. And I hope you brought your rain gear with you as we are in for a wet one. What a game we have in store for you today. A Big 12 showdown, and the implications could last for the rest of the season. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So the Vanderbilt Commodores offense takes the field to start this game off. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him. I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares, too, I swear. When you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, He scares you to death with his speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches? You know, they're going to split him out wide. I'd hand him the football. I'd throw it to him quick. I'd throw it to him deep. This is a playmaker that will be featured.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Johnson wants to throw it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and he gets it.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, going up top. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. The Commodores decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Looking for a block, it's Hayward. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. One matchup to watch in this one is how well do the backers tackle in space, David?
Yeah, and you've got to have great linebackers to get this guy on the ground, and they've got it. So it's going to be an interesting matchup, a lot of head-to-head battles, linebacker versus running back.
Yeah, tackling him in space, but also covering him out of the backfield. These two dudes are going to be shadowing each other all game long.
Looking for space, it's Young. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
The pitch to the left. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And this is a really good job of getting on the perimeter so quickly. When you run these tosses, you get away from the big boys. And when you got speed in the backfield, let them do the rest, right? Flip it to him, let him get outside, let him run the football, make a big gain. When you got speed at the running back.
He's going for a big play downfield. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Man, and that's one he probably wants back. And sometimes you underestimate the speed of your guy or how fast he gets out there. And you could tell just threw that a little bit too far. His receiver didn't have the jets to go catch up with that one.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Now facing a third and long. Brown wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And third and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They're setting up the screen. At the 45 on its way. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. And the Commodores moving quickly to the line.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position. and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
The Commodores will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Guys, this offense is going to have to find a way to protect this quarterback. He has already been under unbelievable duress early in this game, and they're not going to be able to complete throws if they can't keep him standing up.
This time it's complete. Tackled after picking up the first down. It's great to send that blitz and get the heat on the quarterback, but you might need a little help on the backside with this guy.
Yeah, because now you're putting your guy in man-to-man situation against an elite receiver, and that's a tough battle to win. But you got to take those chances. You got to be aggressive. The offense won that one. At least it wasn't a huge game-changing play.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Now on the option. He'll toss it. At the 40, there he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Throws to the tight end. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Young. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Well, guys, Vanderbilt has the lead here as the quarter comes to a close. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Gets away from one, finds room. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Toss sweep to the right. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
Brought down at the 28-yard line. 3rd down coming up.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. trying to get to him. They'll run the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Gets it out fast. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Leaves it with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
On the option. Now the pitch. Breaks the tackle. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. UAB is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today. They still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 10 over UTSA. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's got it. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Second down coming up. Quick strike complete. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Johnson looking to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Splits the uprights, it's good.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The option look. Quick toss. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Picks up 9. Brings up 2nd down.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. 9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Little touch pass to the receiver. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
It's first down from their own 23-yard line. The give to the right. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But They got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that could...
Looking to take a shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Brown will throw it. Finds his tight end. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Try to get it on the ground. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Really good start to this drive. They've moved the chains a couple of times. They've created some space. They'll snap it from the 36. Snags it over the middle. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Comes out throwing on first down. He's looking on the right side. He holds it in, and nobody's close. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on second down for this offense. They'll run play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
He'll ride his man on the option. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Not really much of a choice here. You're out of field goal range. You don't gain much by punting. Might as well go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Johnson wants to throw it. He finds his man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. He's going to pass. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. A strike downfield. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Commodores will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Hayward. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. On the option. He'll toss it. At the 35, he's loose. He's now up to 83 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. They'll go to the toss. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. They'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Brown wants to pass. Dances away to buy time. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Makes the grab on third. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
They'll run the option. At the 35, he's got room. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. And here on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground.
Let's go.
Looking to move it through the air. Dances away from the heat. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Trying to put together a long, time-consuming drive. This 8th play will be 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. Here comes the offense on first down. Johnson looking to throw. Fires to the right. And they can't make the connection. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You've got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The defense all over that loose ball, and now they're bringing it back.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Looking for room, it's Young. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. He'll set up to throw. Oh, they had the screen all set up on first down, and he couldn't make the catch. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Snags it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Trying to power it in. Into the end zone for the touchdown. Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute. You've got to lock in.
Johnson wants to throw it. He's got an open man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Commodores headed quickly to the line. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. Offense gets set for second down. The give to the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And they got him for the sack.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
He'll bring it back. It's Hayward. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Movement here from the tight end. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Still running at the 40. Open runway ahead. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. First down to start the drive after the break.
6-9-1, Gators score. In blue.
With jet sweep pass. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Ball carried by the running back. He's brought down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Brings up second down.
On the ground, it's Ingram. Not much running room. He's got one down to the 12.
Gain of 1.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Johnson looking to throw. Slips away. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
Getting some heat. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
Man, this poor quarterback, he's got no time. You've got to protect your quarterback. You've got to find different ways to do it. Sometimes it's not working with 4 wide receivers. Maybe you bring in a couple tight ends, go max protection, more guys blocking, less guys in routes, but you got to find something to have success.
He hurls one deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. First down here for the offense. On the option. Now the pitch. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high percent.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. Here they come facing 3rd and long from the 20. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Keeps the play going. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. No huddle offense to the line.
Offense is now set up in the red zone.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down.
Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Brown will throw it. On the move to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And this part of the field is always so difficult for coaches. They'll all tell you that. The field shrinks, the coverages get more aggressive, and you try to run the football, try to pass. Now, on 3rd down, you got to find something in this area you really feel comfortable with.
He caught it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got it on the outside. It's Coleman. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Feeling some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it on the right. And he's running in the open. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Commodores.
Number 15.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down. It'll bring up a big decision. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the 1st down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Shoved back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Brown wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Makes the catch! Into the end zone for a touchdown to ratchet up the pressure late in this game. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters.
Sends it downfield. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And that pass picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Inside the 10. And he will house it. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, fellas, here's a final update on a top 15 flash. Clemson made it look easy, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Tigers. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Quick completion on the out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Trying to find his man on first down. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Quickly complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Commodores will call on their punt team. Looking for a block. It's Hayward. And they're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line.
The offense will take over. 1st and 10.
One more play to pad the stats. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wants to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Brown will throw it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Wide open, he makes the catch. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement, the epilogue, the finishing touch.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes along.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence.